22. A theatre review risks consequences. A reviewer risks truth-telling and the subsequent consequence or backlash over their own career.
Yes, and and something that, again, it took me a very long time to learn was that, you say these things not casually, but more casually than people think. And then, 2 years down the line, you'll get an actor who'll come and say, I really was offended when you said that, and I'd forgotten I'd even said that. Most of the time, I forget what I've said within 2 or 3 weeks. Completely forgotten whether I even liked the production or not. But you have to remember that you're dealing with real people. And they don't take it as casually as you do.
Yeah. It's definitely a challenge as somebody who works in the community, to review theaters that I want to have relationships with. It's
Yes.
a very fine line to walk, but I always have to come down on the side of what I really think. And sometimes there's a cost for that, and I've decided that cost is okay for me. I'd much rather be honest and true to what I see and my response than, make it work.
Wishy-washy.
Yeah.
And then, you know what? I always say that, when actors and directors and designers react really negatively to what I've said, I always say to them, give it 6 months and we'll be closer to each other.
Yeah.
And I know that from a fact. I mean, I've been in the kitchen and I know what the heat is like. So, yeah. And it's so funny. I mean, I remember the worst lines from the worst reviews I ever got. I don't remember the best lines from the reviews that I've gotten. I don't. But I remember those really negative things. So I understand what actors and directors and designers are talking about when they say they were offended by what was said. Yes.
Yes. And as somebody who also has been reviewed, I remember it was an anomaly. I had 3 shows opening in Calgary within 3 days of each other. And I had 6 reviews and all 6 were negative. And I was devastated. And I was really worried about what people were going to think. And people were treating me like, my mother had died. How are you doing? Are you okay? And I felt the pity and the shame of people. And I basically stepped away from the whole thing for 18 months, which was, way too long to stay away from it. And also, I like reading the reviews of the earlier stuff because now I go, oh yeah, you're right.
As I said,
you're 100% right.
Give me 6 to 8 months, and we'll be closer on what we feel.
Yeah.
I may have to come up a little. You have to come down a little. Yeah. I really believe that, and as I say, that's because I've been on the other side of the curtain.
Yeah. Which goes back to that's what critics really are, understanding. Yeah.